can't be more excited and thrilled for the two guys that are here sitting in front of you and the other three Sooners who have qualified as part of the Olympic squad for London. Coming back from the Olympic trials, it's a bit of a bittersweet pill to take when not everybody can make it. And it was difficult at times to watch guys not perform as well as they could have and make that team. But for Jonathan Horton and for Jake Dalton, both who will be representing for sure at the Olympic Games, thrilled, excited, and just very pleased with what they've done. In many ways, I like to feel like it's an extension of what we've done throughout their careers here as Sooner athletes, and prepared them to compete at the highest level of the sport. So I'll be there as a personal coach. They have not announced the assistants yet, so I guess I'll be in the running for that. But I don't know about whether I'll have an official capacity other than coaching these guys.
Questions for Coach Williams and athletes?
First off, Jake, what was that feeling like when you got the call from the committee that let you know that you were on the team?
Yeah, it was very exciting, you know. But as Mark was saying, it's kind of that bittersweet moment because you're, just so happy that you were selected to the team, and the hard work has started to pay off as you'll be ready to prepare for London. But it's also, just hard to see teammates, friends, just everybody on the national team who was in that room at the time, not get selected. It's just, it's hard to see that because we're a pretty big team for Team USA right now as a national team. So, but it was really exciting. My heart was pounding the whole time. I was nervous the whole time, and it's just hard to describe. But it's it was a very exciting moment for me, and I was just really happy to be selected that team and honored to be on the team.
Was it the same way when you saw that the rest of the OU crew, so to speak, made it, and that you had all five going in some capacity?
Yeah, definitely. It was very exciting to see that all of us will be going over to London, and very happy, especially Steve, because we trained side by side throughout this whole thing, and he's really helped me to get where I am today, and so it's going to be very exciting. I think it's a special thing for our program, and it just says a lot about what we have here at OU.
Mark, does the for the gymnastics community, can you explain how big the Olympics are? And I wonder if it's amplified because the number of collegiate teams, men's gymnastics, keeps dropping, and do you feel like if you go out there and don't do well, you're sort of hurting the cause in some way? A lot of pressure.
Well, the reality is that men's gymnastics becomes a part of the public consciousness every 4 years. And yet, for the last 5 years, it hasn't been like Steve and Jake have been sitting around on their couch. We put up a pretty grueling schedule just to have them in positions to make the Olympic team. And certainly as you look at Team USA, I mean, there is a certain amount of pressure to represent at the Olympic Games a sport that maybe isn't as out there as much as some of the others. And it does have an impact about gymnastics across the country as to how the teams do. And yes, I'm back off the Olympic trials. I did 0 routines, and I'm exhausted, and these guys, they actually do the work, so it's probably much more difficult for them, obviously. But as a team, we go over there and we put together a game plan that puts us, I think, in a position to medal. And, we don't want to let anybody down, I don't think. We want to put our best gymnastics out there on the floor and certainly have an opportunity to compete for medals. And so, yes, I definitely take that challenge to heart and know that these two guys are going to be as ready as they can possibly be, just like Jonathan Horton was when I worked with them in 2008 Olympics and Guard Young before that. So it's going to be a summer without a vacation again.
Stephen, going as an alternate, what's the frame of mind or mindset that you have to take as you're going over there?
My frame of mind is exactly, the same as what Jake's is. He knows he's going to be out there competing, and, I'm just trying to keep my mind in that same place, just, more for motivation and training and just to keep myself at my top level, just, because anything can happen. In 2008 and 2004 as well, the alternates ended up competing, or was it just 2008? Okay. But either way, gymnastics, the unfortunate reality is it's a dangerous sport and anything can happen. So I think myself and the other two alternates feel that we're in a very important position to be 100% ready. And, if we need to go out there and compete, I think we'll all be there. So, mentally I'm just looking at it as if I'm on the team, as if I'm going to London and I know I'm competing, because I think that's the only way to really, mentally and physically be there all the way and be ready to go.
How much does it help to know that you'll be rooting on and helping two former, one current, one former Sooner? How does that play into it?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, especially the 5 Sooners that are going to be in London, I think we have a very special bond, both inside the gym and outside the gym. So it's really exciting for me to get to cheer them on out on the Olympic floor. And the same thing with the rest of the guys as well. We go to training camps every 6 weeks and the national team gets together, and I think we've just kind of created this awesome chemistry between all of us. And we don't live and train together, but like I said, those camps really allow us to build a strong bond where we're rooting for everybody out there.
Jake, you talked about the dynamics of this Olympic team that you guys have put together, and you guys competed and got a bronze at the Worlds, and 4 of those guys are back. Just talk a little bit about what you guys have overall.
I think one major thing is bringing Jonathan Horton back. He's a previous Olympian. He's got tremendous experience, and he's a great team leader. So, he kind of starts us all off, and he's someone who really helped me at Worlds last year. When you're at that stage, and at that point, that was the highest stage I've competed at. So, there's a lot of pressure on you, and he just kind of helped me relax, and he told me a few things to help me keep my frame of mind just at the right place when I was getting ready to compete. So, he's kind of that heart of the team right now, and he's that leader, and everybody else is kind of following the same footsteps as I am, just trying to follow him, and because what he's done has been pretty great so far. But everybody brings their own thing to this team, their own special events, everything like that. We have a P-bar world champion, Danelle Leyva, coming to the team, and he won a P-bars at Worlds last year. So we have a great bond. Like Steve was saying, we're all great friends. We meet together all the time, and we cheer for each other even at trials and visas. It may seem like we're competing against each other, but we're really all out there for each other. And so I think we're just going to have a strong team, and I think the selection committee, they know how to select the teams, and I think they did everything they can to select one of the best ones they could.
You'll be heading over there. This is for Steven and Jake. Heading over there, I guess I'm gonna say it's not the underdog, but I think China is still the favorite. What's it going to take for the U.S. to be able to go ahead and take on the gold?
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think probably China and Japan, maybe from a worldwide standpoint, they're probably the favorites to contend for the gold medal. But I mean, they know we're here. They know we're knocking on the door. I mean, at Worlds this past year, we were unbelievably close to a silver medal, and even the Chinese, they won. But I think they're all going to be feeling at least the pressure of what we're able to do. It's actually funny. They had one of the coaches from the Japanese team was actually in the stands watching our Olympic trials this past week, and I mean, obviously that's not a big deal, but it says something. I think that they're watching us, and they're maybe a little bit concerned about the ability that we have. So to us, I think we look at that as a good thing. We're definitely making statements out on the gymnastics floor, and with our heart and our abilities, I think anything can happen.
Jake, can you just describe what the Olympics mean to you. And what I mean is, has it loomed over you as a gymnast, for forever? And I'm thinking that, in a pre-ESPN world, the Olympics were everything. And I don't know that the Olympics will lead Sports Center. But I remember when they were just it for everything. And what have you thought about them over the years, and how has it sort of affected the way you look at yourself as a gymnast?
We don't, as gymnasts, we don't have, a professional league to go to. We don't have the NBA, we don't have the NFL. So this is kind of our professional moment and our time to shine, basically, is, I guess what you could say. But, I think every gymnast, when you're young, you always watch the Olympics and you always dream about the Olympic Games and wanting to be there. But, as you grow older and it starts to become more of a reality, that's where, you really start to have to dig deep. And like everybody was saying to me and Steve before, is you have to enjoy the journey and enjoy the process, because it's a long and grueling process to make it to trials and make the team. And, it's something very special and something I've always wanted to do, being a gymnast. And, even this morning I'm waking up early and I almost feel like it's, when you're a little kid and it's Christmas morning and you're excited, because you get to open presents. It's, it's just, I'm ecstatic to wake up and feel that I, get to go compete for the Team USA over in London. And, it's just something very special, and it's been a dream since I was a little kid, and I couldn't imagine doing it, with any other people, and just excited to represent OU and USA along with the other Sooners going over there.
Do you have any sort of vision you want to do well, you want to win, but do you have any sort of clear vision that in your mind? And I ask because Jonathan Horton had that signature, it was on the high bar, wasn't it? That's what people remember from 4 years ago. Do you place yourself in that sort of scene when you think about it?
But first and foremost, I'm just thinking about team finals. He got the silver medal on high bar finals, and that was an individual medal after they got bronze as a team. So I'm always trying to think first and foremost of the team finals and coming out with a team gold. And I think that's very possible, and I think that's what we all have in our mind right now, and that's our goal. Besides that, floor and vault are my other specialties. Also, we'll be competing rings. I think we haven't actually, gone over the schedule for that. But, floor and vault are my special events. And, I was tied for first on vault at Visa Championships, and throughout trials, I won floor and vault. So, we have a lot of good guys on this team, like Donnie on P-bars again, but I think those are my other two specialties that I'll be helping this team, and looking forward to making floor finals. I made floor finals at Worlds last year, just, barely, so hopefully be putting myself in a situation to be able to do that again, along with maybe vault as well.
Steve, what do you think about Sam McKillick's selection to the team with a sprained ankle?
Sam is unbelievable. What he showed us the first 3 nights of the 2 nights at Visas and then the 1 night at Olympic trials. It's undeniable how good he is. He's an incredible all-around gymnast, and his strength on pommel horse is something that really, really helps Team USA in a 3-up 3-count format. Maybe it's a little bit riskier with him just because of his ankle, but as I was saying, his gymnastics is undeniable, and I think a healthy Sam McKillick is absolutely the best choice for that last spot on the team. So I have absolutely no argument with it. I'm just happy to be in the position I'm in. Like Jake was saying, that selection committee, they really do their homework. They know exactly what they're doing. They've done this, time and time again. So I know they went in there and they selected the best team that they could pick. So I have absolutely no arguments with that, and I'm just happy to be there and cheer those 5 guys on.
3-up 3-count. Excuse me. The 3-up 3-count format. Do you think that's a strength of Team USA's or something that might hold them back a little bit?
Absolutely. 3-up 3-count, I think, is a format that we really benefit from. It's basically been the format for team finals, as long as I could remember. But Team USA always puts out a very clean and consistent team. We don't usually have very many falls just because I think we're so well prepared. So that's huge in a 3-up 3-count format. Every routine you put out on the floor is going to count towards your team score. So You know, if you have a big break or a fall, that obviously hurts really, really bad. So just putting out a consistent team is huge in finals. You know, even if you don't have the biggest gymnastics, the biggest start values, sometimes just being a little more prepared and consistent and clean can be the difference. So I'm predicting the team final at the Olympic Games to be a very exciting, close, you know, nail-biting event. So like I was just saying, I think every tenth is going to count. It's going to come down to every little thing you could squeeze out of every single guy on the team. So yeah, I look forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Jake, since you found out you were going to London, have you caught yourself daydreaming on what it's going to be like when you go over there?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always thinking about it. You know, I'm just so excited to get over there and get going. You know, just trying to enjoy everything, though I don't want it to go by too fast, but I don't want it, you know, to go by extremely slow. So I'm just trying to really enjoy everything and soak up all the experience I can. And, you know, I'm just really excited for all of us to get over there and be able to enjoy this other part of the journey together. And, you know, I think we're all really excited. And like I was saying earlier, you know, it's hard to sleep just because you keep dreaming about it. And, you know, you've been daydreaming about it since you were a little kid. So now that it's become a reality, you know, you're just looking forward to it so much. And I think that just feeds us all with more motivation in the gym and strive for us all to go be ready for team finals.